And welcome back, fans and friends. For this upcoming video, we have the 1508 number of Bugatti Chiron from Siku. A not real competitor to Greenlight, kind of, but not really. This one doesn't have the imprints though for the doors. I did the Apollo IE earlier. And this is basically, I think, from the same series, but not the same year. So, just to get started right off the bat, we have the front of the vehicle. I did the top there to show you the drivers on the left side there. Very reasonably well done interior there. You can see separate for the front console. You have the air conditioning. You have rear view mirrors, which is always nice, and they're very contoured, like you can see. They're not basic, like just a triangle sticking out of the side of the vehicle. You have separate units installed there, so they're not painted over. They are actually whole separate pieces put in there and not painted over. You have Bugatti there. Not very easy to read, but it is legible. I guess if I had a magnifying glass. I do not. And then you have the intakes there on the side and the front. You have very basic wheels, probably like Mattel Hot Wheels, Mattel Matchbox, which is, because this thing is like 3 times the price. I mean, you've seen the green lights, you've seen some of the Matchbox I've done. They're better detailed than this. And for the rear, you have a separate plastic piece built into the metal body of the vehicle. For the rear lights, you have the license plate, which is MKS 1500. 1500 is probably for the horsepower of the car, or at least the metric horsepower. I'll get into that a little bit later. And you have moderate detail. It's not super detailed for it. The only parts that function like the Apollo would be the doors. The pivot, for some strange reason, is not like right there. It seems to be these guys, they have a wider opening axis and it makes it look kind of silly. I don't have any I guess M2 nearby to show you guys, but it's really silly how this is done, so I don't like that. Other than that, from the back you have, this is obviously a mid-engine, I think it's 4-wheel drive. It does not open, so I cannot show you guys what the engine looks like, which is a shame, other than what you guys can see there. So that kind of detracts from it. Like that's the only those 2 little cutouts are the only thing you're going to get. Highly reflective, so they did that. And the body shape looks really nice. Front is wider than the back. It makes it sort of how they've done the contours. And for the back, you have Bugatti Chiron, no year, but you have no production year either. So even Hot Wheels will give you that SD 19154, so that I think would be 2019. But Siku is right there. You have the company's production thing. You have the transmission, which is even more basic than any Mattel or Hot Wheels I've ever seen, if it's there. You have the length of the car, the displacement of the engine. You have the metric horsepower, you have the kilowatts, so you have basically 2 of the same measurements done differently. I think that's the acceleration, and it is a 16-cylinder W engine, I believe. So it's basically 2 V engines put together with 2 separate crankshafts going into for one connecting rod to drive the vehicle. Bugatti thought that's the best way to get smaller cylinders for a more smoother ride. And obviously they're getting, like if it's 8 liters, they're getting almost 1100, so that's about 1300 horsepower out of it. So that's how they want to do it. That's how they want to do it. Volkswagen's decided that's the best way. So here you guys have it, the Bugatti Chiron. I will just give it a roll test. It does okay. It doesn't wobble like the green lights of the M2s. Not quite as smooth as a Mattel, but it's not bad. Not a bad buy for about $6 here. A little bit hard to find though. So just keep that in mind. It has to be ordered, otherwise there's no other way to just walk into a store and find it. You guys will probably find a Mattel Hot Wheels Premium Chiron before you find this. So there you guys have it, the Siku with its repackageable product. Bugatti Chiron. Thank you guys for watching. This is Thomas from Toronto, and till the next one.